Yes, good afternoon, our viewers and our followers and the ones who have subscribed on YouTube, Facebook. We really give you props. Yet again, we are here with our podcast, The Hot Takes, and I'm joined here by the basketball pundit, basketball journalist, and insider, Mr. Hudson Mugweri. You can say hello to the viewers.
Yes, hello, the viewers. You're most welcome to yet another biggest episode of the show. I hope you enjoy it.
Perfect, yeah. So we'll start with the UPL this weekend. We could call it pandemonium. The Jogos lifting their seventh title. That was after a while, after 20 years. It was really a hard-fought league. As we shall be discussing we shall be discussing in the future. There are many things that happened this weekend. Adson Mugwe also came up with his best 11. We shall be discussing that. Not really different from most of the people that I've seen on social media, all those experts. Yeah, spot on. We shall also be talking about the predictions we had about the league and how true did they really turn out to be. So we'll start with the league. This weekend, Villa was being hosted by NEC at the MTN Omondi Stadium. Quite a tense game in the first half. A lot of nerves being broken. Uh, Delegates all over. The delegates, all the dignitaries were in Lugogo, and first half was shaky. Was it Hudson? You were there.
The first half, interesting half, but on the kind of football is so different. Attacking. It was interesting how pressure from the Villa fan, under pressure, they're all silent. Actually, to my shock, that game in the first half, all of them were seated, not even like standing up. They were seated, apart from the few, was some of the guys were seated just watching the game. Then when things turned around, the fans stood up, they started screaming, they started showing the love and the zeal of like, we can do this. Because of course they're trying to be like, after 20 years we've been trophyless. Now it's time for us to take this down.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I was just happy with the composure and the kind of football they played in the second half after scoring that goal. Things turned around, they owned the ball, but Sechiganda, Semakula, Kakande, they showed that kind of leadership. Then Gavin also in that defense, Gavin Chizito. It was an interesting game to watch. But I can't forget how Data played ball. Arothomio with the kind of, there's a ball, he controlled the ball, and even the Villa fans were like, oh no, mana yani. I was like, wow. It's incredible.
Roto.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
The fans uploading yeah, an opponent. It was something like, wow, this is what we need to see in football. Yeah,
Perfect.
but seeing over 90-year-old fan coming to watch history being broken, I was like, Villa is a team. I saw a 90-year-old lady coming to watch the game of SC Villa.
True, Villa has
like,
traditional fans.
Wow. Yeah. And truth be told, I was just happy without the security handled the show after the final. We saw the fans step on the pitch. Just the curse of just separation and and we saw it with Man City, we saw it with Schalke 04. So it happens even worldwide. The fans just come to celebrate, they're not causing any chaos into the pitch. So all in all, it was a good season, though I would say I'd given this trophy to Bull, but after that draw in Imbarara, I knew. And then Vida does, and then Vida does the comeback against URA and they won the game. I was like, this is going to be hard now.
Yeah.
And just when Mandela comes back into the management of SC Villa,
exactly,
he wins the championship, meaning they were lacking something there. They were lacking something there.
Yeah. Truth be told,
Yeah.
just to add on that, you're right. When came in, you'd see there's a sense of direction. No rank was in the team factions or anything like that. It reminds us of the old Mandela. We used to wonder how was that Villa really winning trophies. It had a very different way it was operating, and yeah, it was seen at the end of the season. One thing I also want to give the Villa management is their scouting. They are really good at scouting. That shows that maybe Villa has a very wider reach in terms of fans. Fans can, you know how fans, they can say good player, recommend, talk about the player, and this Villa management can pick out from that. They've really scouted well, scouted a team, a squad on a budget, and they managed really. Actually, they also played one of the best football this season, the type of football that Dusan was really impacting in the players. I mean, this Villa was really, it was really built with their identity, and for me, I predicted them to win the trophy, and that was due to the fact that Bull was playing a very tricky team, that is Busoga. And you look at Busoga, they were fighting for relegation. Maybe they had hopes that, oh, maybe this is a home team. We are teams from that side, but Bull was really professional. It went because it expected anything from the results in Lugogo. Vipers also went in hard. You get then the biggest results was that win of UPDF in Wakiso. That the win that really cemented their stay in the Uganda Premier League, which was really remarkable. Hard luck to Busoga. They've really been in the league. They've always been in that zone, relegation zone for a while. And this season it was really inevitable. Looking at the level of competition, looking at even the top teams, how they were really competing with just a difference of 1 point, goal difference, no goal difference, head to head, no head to head. Rules they kept changing just because of the level of the competition, and that really be interpreted in a very wider scope. So that was kudos to Villa. What I also wanted to ask you, what next for Vipers? What really went wrong this season for Vipers? uh, and which other contender? Bull. Actually, it was Bull. Bull was, as you said, it's my second team that I would really give to win the trophy. They played very well just because I think squad depth, and maybe they were playing different tournaments, and these tournaments, the Uganda Cup and the Premier League, they were all in it. So maybe that also affected them. So with these three contenders, what really went wrong from your side? What would you really pick out? Was talking about the Vipers game. Yeah.
What was the question?
The question was, how would you rate these other teams that
Yeah,
Viper?
against Simbara City. Of
Hmm, let's go on.
players in the team in there. When you look at in the midfield, you've got defense, you have Tambala, midfielders, you have Tambala, you have Celestin Tamu, you have Marvin Youngman. Those are three good players in the defensive midfield. Of course, they added in Alan Okel, not forgetting Wise as well, joined back the team.
Hmm,
You've got Kalisa up front, you've got Sentamu up front, you've
hmm,
got also the foreigners as well in there. You've got, of course, Torat in the back, you have Molondo in the back, you've got Moshijuk as well in the back.
hmm,
The team, the team isn't bad. The team is not bad. The team is good. I would say that
hmm,
the team is good, but the loss against KCCA, actually KCCA beat the loss against KCCA.
hmm.
Then actually KCCA beat them home and away.
Yeah.
The loss against Bull home and away, the two losses against Bull home and away
Hmm.
affected them so much. Affected them so much. I would say that.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
affected them so much. But generally, they had a good run. But I was just happy with the kind of competition we saw in this year's league,
Hmm,
this league, like how we saw it last season. Like it's on the last day that's when we determine who's going to win the championship, and it happened last
absolutely.
season,
Hmm,
whereby Villa lost to URA, and the trophy had to go
hmm.
to Vipers. The end of the
Vipers.
thing. Yeah. So this is the kind of competition we need to see in our league,
Hmm,
and hope like when we go for continental football, we perform so well. Vipers didn't perform as expected, but I hope when we go to continental football, we perform so well and we reach some level of like, we look at Simba, we look at Yanga into the competition, how they're performing. Those are regional teams. Yeah, we need to compete to that level.
Yeah.
We need to reach a point of like, we're also in that kind of tournament, that CAF tournament just brought up recently. Yeah, we need to be in that kind of, because right now Uganda is supposed to be that kind of tournament. Yes, Simba and Yanga in there, but not so with Uganda because we play better football than even Tanzania. How come you're not there? So you need to see that kind of competition into the CAF Champions League. But hope the teams don't fight and we go far. But generally, I would say it has been a good season, a good run. Though, as a person from Ginger, I'm so disappointed that Bull didn't win it. But that's football. Next time better. They put in their effort,
Absolutely,
they put in their love, they put in everything. But next time better. Next time, I know they can take it.
Absolutely. So anyway, what I'm getting from is that Vipers at the moment has a very good squad. It has good squad depth, and they shouldn't really rush to the market to really make some purchases. They just like Juko has been injured most of the season, and if he gets back to his form and playing abilities, we hope that Vipers will really bounce back next season. Yeah, with Bull has always been a contender. Even the time of this survey, they really tried to push for the title, but it was only this season that they've really shown intent. Yeah, and that is also quite remarkable for Bull. I don't know what they really need to do for next season. From before we go to your team of the season. There are some players, good qualities in the players. Do you think they need to add, and in which department do you see that Bull uh, needs revamping in terms of buying players or grooming other new players on the position? Which positions at Bull do you see that is lacking from your perspective? You were a fan of Bull, you said from Ginger. Go on.
Yeah, for the Bull side, they need to make some additions of a lethal striker. When you look at Shaban, look at how Conway Othomi was playing for Tinek. You look at Omedi at Chitara. When you look at Sentamo at Vipers, there's something they lack. They need that lethal striker. They need a real striker. I'll give you over 15 goals in a season, and he's going to deliver that. I don't know what happened to Joel Madondo because they had started so well in the beginning of the season. But I don't know what happened. Then also, they need to get a creative midfielder. I don't know why they allowed URA to take Laban Tibita from Busoga to URA. They slept on that job. And I don't know why the coach doesn't overuse Mugurusi in that midfield, because Mugurusi is one of the, there's good players they have in that. But I don't know why he doesn't overuse. In some games he benches him and you're like, why doesn't he use him? Yeah, because he needs goals and he's a creative guy. He's so good. Generally, they need, because their defense considered less goals in your league. They consider still less goals. So they need a number 8 and a number 9 mainly. That's what they need.
Okay.
And actually, even on the wings, they need one more person on the wings. I think they need 3 big signings to change that team. They need 3 big signings so that the team can be so deep and so competitive as well. Like you see how it is at KCCA, like how you see it at how it is at URA, though they are struggling, but they have a good team. Just because Obu wanted to play this kind of football, which is not the Ghana kind of football. Ghana football is take away to Gende, you know.
That's Ghana football.
but I was just surprised with the kind of football they are playing as URA because.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what is just speaking.
Boys football reminds me of Mike Montevi's times at KCCA, and that's the kind of football we all love.
Yeah, it really struggled.
And that's the kind of football we all love. That's the kind of football we all love to see.
Yeah, okay, moving on.
Yeah, but he struggled with it. He struggled with it. The players want to get it.
Exactly. Yeah, I was saying like moving forward, like speaking of URA, they also recently, yesterday, I think they announced Alexis Saville back. Actually, Alex Saville is the one who's going to replace David Obua. So anyway, their styles really they are different. They contrast like Alex
Mm.
Isavile for him is a bit he plays conservative and he likes counter-attacking, and he wants a strong big man in front. That was different from Bua's kind of tactics. But what I wanted to ask you is, how did he put this across to you? What is the strategy? What's the end goal of URA in this Ugandan Premier League? Are they there to just make the numbers like okay, at the moment they are not really playing as the previous URA, the one Isabel was in, Bathena was in, I think. Yeah, that URA was really playing continental football, winning trophies. What's the identity of this URA under this management? What do you see? Because now this is coming to almost a decade and they've not yet won any significant silverware.
You know, yeah. The drought always happens. The drought always happens in teams. You know, if you have a team and now their coach is out of the team,
Mm.
there's that coach which always goes away. Of course, the late was trying to put up a team. You could see what he was putting up before he passed on. Was putting up a
Teammate.
good team and was so competitive.
Mm.
Of course, they are looking for. They played like 5 games without the main coach. Then Obua came in. Obua tried to bring in the chemistry, be like, now this is the kind of football I want us to play. In the process, the owners of the team were like, no, you're taking long to. We're losing games and you're taking long to give us results. Somehow, somewhere, a team like that, you're supposed to give someone time. Obua is supposed to be given time to set
Mm.
up his team so well and
Yeah.
they'll give us results. But in the Ugandan settings, after losing 3, 4 games, you're fired.
Mm.
They don't take long. The managers, the team owners don't take long. They act so fast. They're not patient enough. It's only a few managers who are like, let me be patient, but
Mm.
it's hard for a coach to last for over 3, 4 years in our Uganda football. After like 3, 4 losses, they're like, please, you're fired. But for URA, let's see how next season goes. Because the players are not complaining that they don't get their money on time. Money comes on time.
Exactly.
The coach they got knows the Ghana football. He has won championship before with URA as well.
Mm. Mm.
Before he won the tab at Vipers, so he
Mm.
knows the Ghana football.
Mm.
Let's expect results from them next season. To me, I would say the one of the contenders next season
Next
because
season. Mm.
with the kind of
Because of
squad
the
they
coach.
have and they adding like a few players, it's going to
Mm.
be a hard team to deal with. Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, that was our take on the Uganda Premier League. Uh, Perhaps in one word for the Soga team, they relegated Soga and yeah, Soga and Gaddafi. So the big league is not really, they won't have a very, very long big league to qualify. Big league is also quite hectic and, it's also costly running the big league because the teams are really farther than the UPL teams. Yeah, you go up to Koboko, Arua, and all those ends. So that is from Soga. I don't know what they really have to build because also they had issues with their management and their board. So we hope that they bounce back, but they had a really significant run in this Uganda Premier League. So anyway, we'll move on. We'll talk about the big league. The big league is also heating up. We had police qualify. Then behind them there is Lugazi also, which won against Young Elephants in Lugazi. Then we also had Bali Heroes winning against Chetume 1-0, condemning Chetume to relegation into the regional league. So surprising. That's so unfortunate also, especially for the Chetume team that just a year ago they had won promotion meritly to Uganda Premier League and they just lost on club licensing. They lacked something and were demoted back to the big league, which really broke their back severely, and that really this season they were just patching the gap mainly this season. So, what's your take on the Uganda the Bet Power Big League, and which teams also? This is the time now we shall also predict which team do you think will be coming back in the league. Okay, police with the likes of police, but the other two that will join them. Hello?
I would say the big league has been as well to people who follow Ugandan sports so well. Most of the people just follow UPL, but they forget that there's something called the big league, which is so interesting. Of course, police won their game against Paraka after comeback on the one after Udupaka leading 1-0, then they won the game 2-1. That made them qualify for the big league, into the big league. Now we're looking at Lugazi, Mbale Heroes, and Kataka, the three teams. We need to pick two teams.
Yeah, from there.
I would like to see Mbale Heroes back into the big league after like over 10 or 15 years without playing top flight. Then also Lugazi has been on and off. I would like to see Lugazi back into the team. I like just because Kataka is also from Mbale, but I love to see Mbale Heroes and Lugazi back into the league. Yeah. So general, but for Chetume, it is a big to a football fan they out there. If they know the history of Chetume, it is a big disappointment seeing a team of that caliber going back to regional league in the space of 2 years. It is so
sad,
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
First of all, they missed out on UPL because of the licensing.
Yeah.
That they did finish up on the licensing bit of it. They missed out on UPL and they're put in big league. As you're still there, they're playing big league. They're not relegated. They're not relegated to regional league.
Regional league, yeah.
They start breaking to Chetume. I remember you were one of the managers of Chetume, and the league was one, and the team was performing. I would enjoy. I'll go watch their games at MTN Omondi Stadium when they're against KCC. I'm like, okay, the team isn't bad. And with Chetume, I think finances cause all that because that even gotten some sponsors out there. But I think when it comes to run the football team, finances are so important. I remember Maria Mungo, also one of the keepers playing for Chetume. I don't know why he is. Is it still at Chetume?
I don't know. It was he left Chetume. I think that season that they qualified in, that's when he left Chetume. Yeah, but absolutely, Chetume was really a good project. I was part of it. I enjoyed working there, and what a lot happened. That happened. I cannot discuss here, but with management, you can never have a shortcut in managing a football team. The football team is straight. There are things that you really have to put in place. A club cannot run without them. And once you compromise in those places, there is no more team that's going to be left there and to be sustainable in the Uganda Premier League. So yeah, that was the FIFA Big League. So we'll also discuss. Let's go to NBL, the basketball league. Yeah. There's a lot happening there. The league is going on. Last week we had you broke a story regarding FUBA suspending lower Division 1 league teams because of I think it's licensing and also and this week they also came out with a statement on social media, and they allowed the league to resume, I think, on the 25th. Yeah, on the 25th. But the football also wrote the 10 teams that were suspended that if they fail to pay the registration, they will be awarded walkover points. What are you reading from that side? Because we feel like okay, it's good that perhaps I don't know whether football saw our show, but they had a discussion. They had a discussion. They met. There were staff discussed there, and I'm sure both parties had agreed on some things. But also they came up with a statement saying that if the team does not really pay the fees, they will be awarded walkover points. So what's the status with the FUBA regarding these lower division teams? Mm.
Uh, uh, the, the federation set up new rule. Yeah, the federation sat down as a committee. They sat down and they saw what they are doing was something bad to relegate teams to regional basketball. You can't just
Mm.
make such a decision because the teams have refused to pay registration.
Mm.
Yes, these teams, first of all, they are funded by individuals, not by, let me say, you've got a company running a team and the team has refused to pay the money. This is
Yes.
funded by individuals. And you're doing that when the league's on, when the league is continued. Not that the league hasn't yet started, but the league is on.
Mm.
Yeah. You sit down, you be like, but why am I making such a harsh decision to these teams? Why am I being hard on these players? Because sit down, like, what do I sat down and asked myself, what do these teams get at the end of the season from after playing the league? Nothing. Not even dinner. There's nothing like dinner happening. Yeah. Apart from the medals. Yeah. Not even like this, the prize money the team is going to get. Like, okay, if you win the league, this amount of money you're going to get, like, it's a 3 or 4 million. Nothing. These players just play for the love of the game. When they're injured, the teams have to take care of the injuries, the teams themselves. Yeah. And information has it that there's some kind of betting into the league, which football has failed to handle. Yeah. So generally, a team owner will be like, what am I getting from them? Let me make a decision. It's okay. Let me put my money back. Let me put my money somewhere else. I invest it somewhere else. But I was happy without the federation sat down and got back to the teams, be like, now the league is going to resume, and that they informed the 8 teams, be like, please pay registration and you play the league. Because the teams will be be paying in installments, but they will play the league. Generally, FUBA sat down and made this a second thinking, and they're like, you know what? Let's put back the teams and let's play the league. I'm happy that the league is going to resume. The league is resuming this coming weekend, and we shall enjoy basketball because lower division is where we get talent, and from there we see these talents going to different teams, and among Blazers, Oilers, UCU, KIU, etc. So I'm happy that the federation sat down and thought about it. Had to think about it.
Absolutely, that was good. That's good for the federation to really have a sit down with these teams. I think that's how sports should really be run. Yeah, party has to compromise, whichever party, but there's a party that has to compromise. You cannot run it fully because it's also a business at the end of the day, and it is costly to run. Yeah, then also this weekend, Brian Tucker of NBA Sports broke a story of two historical players from power basketball. That was Jimmy Nabu and Oxy Okelo. I think Okelo Boniface. Yeah, I hope I got
And I
the
mean,